Dear students, today we will start new chapter, that is respiration. The energy producing system. In last chapter we discussed about nutrition. What is the second chapter? Respiration, the energy producing system. Do you know what is meant by respiration? Very good. What is meant by respiration? Exchange of gases. Exchange of gases in living organisms. Which gases are exchanged? Oxygen, carbon dioxide. Which gas is required for respiration? Oxygen or carbon dioxide? Do you know what is meant by respiration? Breathing is called as respiration. In breathing, what will happen? We will inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. What is the purpose of breathing? Due to the respiration, energy is produced. Can you see what are the organs involved in respiration? Lungs. Very good. So, respiration means it is a biochemical process by which glucose is oxidized and released a lot of energy. Every living organism can survive due to the respiration process. So we can say it is a very important life process. Without respiration, no organism can survive. For learning about this respiration, the word respiration is derived from Latin word respire. Respire means to breathe. The word respire is derived from Latin. Respire means to breathe. It refers the whole chain process of inhalation of air to utilization of oxygen in the cell. It refers to the whole chain process from inhalation of air to utilization of oxygen in cells. Means it is a complex process. We have already learned that glucose will give us energy. That glucose is oxidized and released energy. So we can define respiration as the process of glucose oxidation to release energy is called as respiration. The process of glucose oxidation to release energy is called as respiration. Until 14th century, scientists have no idea about which air is or which gas is utilized or inhaled for respiration and which gas is exhaled in respiration. Until 14th century. In 18th century, who done the experiments regarding the composition of air? Priestley, very good, Joseph Priestley and Lavoisier. In 18th century, Joseph Priestley and Lavoisier conducted several experiments and they concluded that air is not a single substance. It is a mixture. Who are the scientists? Joseph Priestley and Lavoisier. They conducted several experiments and came to a conclusion that air is a mixture. Until their investigations, all thought that due to respiration, heat is released. Due to respiration process, heat is released. But which gas is utilized for respiration or which gas is released during respiration, they have no idea. First, these two scientists conducted several experiments, mainly bell-jar experiments. First of all, Priestley took a piece of charcoal and burnt it. Then he identified the gas that turned the lime water into milky. Can you say that gas? Very good. Carbon dioxide only can turn the lime water into milky white. Then he called it as fixed air. By burning charcoal, he identified a gas released. Charcoal liberated gas turned lime water into milk. And he named it as fixed air. And he named it as fixed air. Nowadays we are calling it as nothing but carbon dioxide. Which gas has that special property? Carbon dioxide only will turn lime water into milk. But at that time of doing experiments, by Joseph Priestley. They don't know the name, that is carbon dioxide. What he coined it as fixed air. He observed for burning charcoal, some part of the air is utilized. That gas is called as vitiated air. According to Lavoisier, vitiated air is utilized. For what purpose? For burning. Utilized for burning. That vitiated air nowadays we are calling it as oxygen. But till that they have no idea, they have not coined as oxygen. I have already told you in 1774 Joseph Priestley discovered oxygen. But in 1775 Lavoisier coined it as oxygen. Till then, what they called as vitiated air. According to Joseph Priestley, vitiated air means oxygen. Fixed air means carbon dioxide. Then he identified that this vitiated air is essential for burning materials. In that, he also observed that vitiated air which we are breathing means which gas we are breathing? Oxygen. And he conducted the exhale gas and observed. He sent it into the lime water. That lime water changed into Milky Way. Then he came to a conclusion. We will breathe air. In that air, oxygen is utilized and carbon dioxide is released. Are you clear? You will think that what is meant by respiration? Inhale of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide. Is it correct? It is only the transportation, exchange of gases. If there is a chance of releasing energy? No. Means breathing is a part of respiration. Now we will discuss about the respiration process. Are you clear? Shall we start the topic events or steps in respiration? What is the first event? Inhale and exhale. Means what are we doing? Breathing. Can you say what is the first step? Breathing. Breathing. Next step?
Gases exchange at lungs.
Gaseous exchange at the lung level. At lungs level. Next step?
Gas transport by blood.
Gas transport by blood. Next step?
Gases exchange at tissue level.
Gaseous exchange at tissue level. Last one, cellular respiration. We can explain the process of respiration by these steps. First one is breathing. breathing process have two steps, that is inhalation and exhalation. What is meant by inhalation?
Thank you. The intake of air.
Very good. The intake of air into the lungs. It is called as inhalation process. What is meant by exhalation?
Elimination of carbon dioxide.
Elimination of carbon dioxide or air into the environment is called as exhalation. Means what is happening? Only gaseous exchange from environment to lungs to environment. What is happening in breathing? Air is entering into the lungs and air is exit from lungs to the environment. And so what is happening? Only gaseous exchange is taking place from environment to lungs to environment. Are you clear? It is not only whole process of respiration, it is a part of respiration process. But till now, we think that breathing is the respiration process. Now, what happened in breathing?
Only the exchange of gases.
Only the gaseous exchange take place from the environment to the lungs to the environment. What happened? Gaseous exchange from environment to lungs. Vice versa, lungs to environment. What is the next step?
Gases exchange.
Gaseous exchange at lungs level. Means the gas, we will breathe the air. In that air, oxygen is absorbed by the blood. Why? Blood has a pigment called red pigment, that is hemoglobin. Before discovering hemoglobin, scientists thought that due to adding oxygen, blood is converting into red color. But due to the presence of hemoglobin, blood is in red color. Here in the blood, hemoglobin will absorb the oxygen, which is essential for respiration. That is the second step, gaseous exchange at lungs level. Means oxygen absorbed by Hb, hemoglobin. Means what happened? Oxygen entered into the blood. And vice versa, carbon dioxide will enter into the lungs from the blood. That process in gas transport by blood. When this oxygen entered into the blood, that will be carried to the tissues by blood vessels. And at the tissues, this oxygen will enter into each and every cell. You know what is meant by tissue? A group of cells are called as tissue. In that tissue, what are the sites, real sites? There are cells. In that cell, there are specialized cell organelles. We have already learnt in our 9th class. Can you say what are the power banks of the cell? Mitochondria, very good. Means real respiration takes place in the mitochondria and energy will be released. So it is called biochemical process. Why? It is a complex process where glucose is oxidized and released energy, water and carbon dioxide. In this process there are different types of steps. First step is breathing. In breathing, the gaseous exchange takes place from environment to the lungs and lungs to the environment. In breathing purpose, inhalation means we will breathe air from the environment into our lungs. In exhalation process, we will eliminate air from the lungs to the environment. Means what is happening? Gaseous exchange is taken place from environment to the lungs and lungs to the environment. What is the next step? Lungs are filled with air. In lungs there are smaller units that are called alveoli, which are called as the structural and functional units of lungs. They are surrounded with plenty of blood vessels. In that there is blood. In that blood we have a pigment called hemoglobin, which will absorb the oxygen and form as oxyhemoglobin. That is carried by the blood and transported to the tissues. Again, after cellular respiration, what happened? Energy is released, carbon dioxide is released. That carbon dioxide will combine with hemoglobin and forms as carboxyhemoglobin. That will again reversely transported to the lungs. So we will discuss about how this process occurs in human beings. What are the respiratory organs in human beings? Respiratory system. Nose. Windpipe. Lungs. Very good. In our respiratory system, there are different parts that are, first of all, you said that nose. In nose we have two nostrils, external nostrils and internal nostrils. External nostrils enter into the nasal cavity. The cavity present in our nose is called as nasal cavity. That air will enter into the pharynx through internal nostrils. What is meant by pharynx?
The junction of food pipe and windpipe.
Very good. The common passage of food and air is called as pharynx. After that, air will enter into the windpipe or trachea. This trachea is again branched into two and enter into the lungs. It is called as bronchioles. The tiny sac-like structures in the lungs are called as alveoli, which are the structural and functional units of the lungs. Now can you say what are the parts involved in our respiratory system?
Nasal cavity.
Yes, first of all, external nostrils, nasal cavity,
Pharynx.
internal nostrils, pharynx, windpipe, bronchioles,
Alveoli.
alveoli, lungs. So, we will discuss about each and every part which is involved in our respiratory process. Okay? Now, nose. We know that nose is our main respiratory organ. We will breathe air with our nose. Nose has external nostrils, have two external nostrils. These external nostrils are surrounded with hair. Do you know what is the purpose of hair in the nose?
It protects from the dust.
It protects from the dust. Means the hair present in the nose will filters the air. Then it will enter into the nasal cavity. That nasal cavity, nose is lined up with mucous membrane, which secretes mucus. Our nose is divided as two chambers with the septa. In between we have a septa. So our nose is divided into two chambers. The two chambers are called as nasal cavities. These nasal cavities are lined with mucous membrane. That mucous membrane, due to the presence of mucous membrane, it always secretes mucus. What is the purpose of mucus? It will stop the dust particles in the air, and it also will regulate the temperature of the air. What is the purpose of mucus layer? It stops the entry of dust and microorganisms, and it will regulate the temperature of the air. In summer, the air temperature may be more than 40-45 degrees. In winter, it may be less than 0 or 5. That cool breeze air enters into lungs, our lungs will be damaged. For converting the air temperatures, regulating the air temperatures, this mucous membrane will be helpful. So, nose have two external nostrils. They are covered with hair. That hair will filter the air. Then it will enter into the nasal cavity. This nasal cavity is surrounded with mucous membrane. This mucous membrane will secrete mucus. What is the purpose of mucus?
It stops the
Stop